Happy Monday! I'm gonna be a painful male feminist ally guy on the internet today and say a couple things about Serena Williams losing the US Open against Naomi Osaka.
No, really? You're a male feminist ally? Who would have guessed? Dude, we kind of already know this by the kind of videos you release, so you telling us that is pretty much irrelevant.
Because I read a couple articles on tennis and now I'm a tennis expert.
Good for you, man. I read a couple books on construction. That means I'm a professional construction worker now. So we're both useful.
I don't cheat. I didn't get coaching. How can you say that? You owe me an apology. I have a daughter and I stand what's right for her. Never do.
So Serena got penalized here for a practice called coaching, which is when your coach is in the stands guiding you to...
Yeah, which is illegal in like a Grand Slam tennis match.
To get closer to the net and other tennis stuff, which for some reason is apparently illegal during Grand Slams, so the famous umpire Carlos Ramos docked Serena a point, and then when Serena reacted by slamming her racket later on and calling him a thief, he docked her 2 more points, costing her the game.
Do you not see she's the one that messed herself over by constantly messing with the ref? He told her, hey, you get a penalty for coaching. That's a 1 dock point. You signed your racket. That's another dock point. That cost her the game. If she would not have been caught coaching and then slam her racket, that cost her another 2 points, she would have won the game. So she messed herself over. It was nobody else's fault but hers. I don't know why people can't see that it was nobody else's fault but hers. Even you can't see that she screwed herself over. She did. Nobody else's fault but hers.
Now, was Serena coached? Her coach says she didn't see it, even though he was trying to signal her, but apparently everyone does this, which makes this a case of selective enforcement.
No, this is not a case of selective enforcement. She was caught coaching, therefore she was docked a point. What can you not see about this?
Even though the umpire's call was accurate. But the 2 additional calls made the umpire's bias much more apparent. By the way, I, unlike Ninja, play video games with women all the time on my Twitch, which is a sidebar, but definitely makes me a hero and also brave. But
you should have cut yourself off right there and say the umpire's call was accurate. That's it. That's all it was. He was enforcing the rules. If it was anybody else, you enforce the rules as well. Come on now. And what does the comment about Ninja have to do with the video at all? Please stay on topic, okay?
back to the story.
I thought he took a game from me, but I've seen other men call other umpires several things.
Serena's right. While Carlos Ramos seems like the classic hard-ass ref, there have been plenty of identical high-profile incidents where he wasn't nearly as hard on the players involved.
You specifically know this. Unless you were there at that specific match, how do you know this? You can't just say, oh, he wasn't hard on the other players involved. Unless you were there standing right there in front, you do not know this information. Please do not say that.
Here's Djokovic at the French Open, for example, in an argument with the same umpire, no points docked. Here's Djokovic again with Ramos at the Wimbledon finals this year, yells at him, no points docked. Here's Nick Kyrgios at the French Open, getting a warning by Ramos for yelling at a ball boy and then screaming at Ramos, just a warning, no penalty. Here's Andy Murray getting only one code violation for calling Ramos stupid. Here's Nadal getting a warning for threatening him.
There's a long explanation for these. All of these examples you just gave were guys that were, yes, given a warning by Ramos. But then the guys went on to finish the matches. No other incidents with the ref were there. In Serena's case, she kept on messing with the ref, which is Ramos. She kept messing with him. That's what she got docked. These other guys didn't get docked because they didn't keep on messing with him. Do you not see the difference here? The other ones went about their business after they had their little outburst. Serena kept on and on and on. That's why she was docked. How do you not see this? It's right in front of you.
Cuando lo ves tú, no entiendo.
God, tennis has so many weird rules, but if there's one thing that's consistent, it's that people get really mad at Carlos Ramos. But there is another inconsistency here. While all the penalties Ramos imposed on Serena were technically legitimate, the question is whether these rules are similarly enforced against other players.
They are. That's why a rule book is there, so that he can enforce them on other players as well. He wouldn't still have his job if he didn't enforce the rules on other players besides Serena.
As a black female athlete, Serena has historically been subjected to different treatment, from being booed and hearing the N-word screamed at her.
Okay, that is horrible, and I do not condone that whatsoever. But what does that have to do with her being penalized by Ramos for essentially throwing a tantrum?
To facing excessive scrutiny for her outfit choices, which is part of the reason why she was featured on the now infamous Nike commercial to begin with. Only a couple weeks ago, her full-body catsuit was banned from the French Open. But in 1985, a full-body catsuit received praise when Ann White wore one during Wimbledon.
Okay, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, okay? 1985, the full-body catsuit was praised. But that was over 33 years ago. It's 2018. The rules were different back in 1985 to 2018. Do you not get that the rules were different back then? They're not going to be the same from 1985 to 2018. They're bound to change over the years, okay?
I can't get over how ridiculous these rules are in tennis. Also, I mean, just look at this cartoon depicting Serena as a minstrel cartoon.
Okay, let's talk about that cartoon. That is not a minstrel cartoon. That is a caricature. An exaggerated cartoon that used in newspaper comics. That is different from a minstrel cartoon, okay? Do you even know the definition of a minstrel cartoon? If you did, you would facepalm yourself into infinity by calling it that. Caricature? Minstrel cartoon. They're on different levels. This is a caricature, okay? That is what they use in newspaper comics. Always. Even Trump has these. Look it up. A 5-minute Google search will tell you that everybody has a cartoon like this. So she's no different, okay? So it's not a minstrel cartoon, alright?
Anyway, my point is, this kind of double standard exists in all aspects of life, from the workplace to policing and even professional sports. Lax enforcement in certain instances, but not in others, is usually a sign of implicit bias. The rules aren't fair if they're not applied evenly.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
The bias of overcorrecting Serena while being lenient on others is similar to the bias, for example, cops exhibit when arresting black people.
I'm not going to even bother with you. I'm just going to leave a link for you in the description below of FBI stats that proves your theory incorrect. So let's continue.
That's why in both instances you hear calls for order rather than calls for justice from those who unwittingly benefit from upholding the status quo. For Serena and many other women, this double standard also exists off the courts.
You know, it's amazing. You are 100% wrong. I mean, nothing you've said has been right.
When men are emotional, they're passionate heroes. When women are emotional, they're hysterical. Ultimately, what I feel bad about the most here is the fact that 20-year-old Naomi Osaka's victory against her childhood idol is now forever tainted by conversations about Carlos Ramos.
I really think that's what it was tainted by. No, it was tainted by Serena acting like a child because she didn't win or she didn't get her way for once. That's what it was tainted by. And the crowd booing because they were on her side. And she reluctantly told the crowd to stop booing after a little while. So, yeah, I don't feel sorry for her.
I'm Hasan Piker. If this double standard offends you, please share this video with your friends, and also please leave your thoughts in the comment section below.
So that's going to be it for me, guys. If you want to check out more of my videos, because this is what I have here, take it to more of my lovely videos. Also, I'm going to go finish editing this video and go relax before the thousands of pitchforks and torches that are outside my window come and get me. Have a great day, guys, and remember to stay awesome.